Hey everybody, welcome back to Nikki T Live. Flying solo again. Well, streaming on my own, just doing my work because work is open source and yeah, just hanging out, working on continuing to work on a feature called the repositories table. It's a prototype I'm building out and we're gonna dig into that. Um, yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. So let's switch on over to, as I always say, pairing view with just me. So let's get started here and I'll just give a quick recap. Um, so basically we want to surface information about pull requests, but a little more information than, what you might see in your GitHub notification. Hey, what's going on, Anthony? Thanks for joining. Just doing a afternoon stream here. Trying to get into the habit of streaming work more frequently. I was doing it before I went on holidays, and then got a little sidetracked, and because I was like got really busy at work in a good way, and just I don't know. I kind of got out of whack with that, and yeah, well, I'd been doing it before I went on vacation too, but with our big workspaces feature. Um, like I said, I got really busy, and so I kind of streaming work kind of went to the wayside, but it's something I want to keep at consistently. Might not always be work, but like it's open source, so like I can obviously stream it. Not, giving away the keys to the kingdom here or anything. So, but yeah, so that's kind of what I'm up to. So I'll show you kind of what I've been working on. Might be broke. Let me switch. I was reviewing a PR before, so let's switch up the landscape here a bit. Okay, let's get back to my actual uh not pull request branch I was working on. GitHub, check out Nikki T online and PR table proto. And so yeah, so this is the feature, and I'll link to, I have a draft PR, but essentially we're trying to surface information like this. So you'll be able to see, so we have this concept of a workspace. And so workspace, in there, you can track repositories, you can track contributors. For now, what I'm working on is a pull request table that you see here in this screenshot. And essentially, it's all the pull requests from a given workspace that has tracked repositories. So that could be any number of repositories. And essentially, we're just surfing the information. So you can see here whether it's merged, it's open, it's in draft. You can page through these. There's the, I think I might take the link off the title and put it on the PR number. But there's the repo, so you can go to there too. There's some useful information like additions and deletions in the PR, number of comments, just information we're trying to surface that can help maintainers or others using the platform. Yeah, it's fun to build out, Anthony. And I know we're hanging out. When are we hanging out? Let me check my schedule. We're hanging out soon. I know that. Let's see here. AI front ends. That's you and me. That's happening April 8th. So if folks are interested in that, this should be fun. I'm looking forward to this one, Anthony, because I I have like a good high level knowledge of AI, and I leverage AI tooling every day. Like I use ChatGPT, I use Copilot, but I haven't delved too much into Llama Index. Where actually my should probably get my old coworker Lori Voss on a stream and see if they want to talk about Llama Index. But anyways, that's for another day. But cool, yeah, looking forward to hanging. So anyways, so this is the draft PR. No pressure to resubscribe, but if you do, it's always appreciated. Um, Yeah, it's pretty wild. I got a bunch of subscriptions this week, even though I don't have a huge following on Twitch yet. So much appreciated to everybody that did subscribe. Just gonna see. Okay, nothing going on there. Nothing going on there. It's a little clunky because I'm using Restream. Restream's not clunky, but what I mean is, um, when you're live streaming, you can obviously comment in all the different platforms, but I have to go to LinkedIn and I have to go to Twitter because I don't think they expose APIs to comment on those platforms yet. So not the end of the world, but I can comment on YouTube and yeah, I can comment on YouTube and Twitch though. So that's nice at least. But yeah, just trying out the multi-platform streaming. Uh, I was I was doing just the two, YouTube and Twitch, but just trying it out, you know. All right, I'm gonna change up my music here. I'm gonna put on some lo-fi. Can't stream it on the stream because of DRM, but I'm gonna listen to some tunes while we do this. All right. Okay, so you got some cool stuff you want to run by me as a content creator that you might find useful in addition to the AI front ends. So I have a couple things to go over. Cool, cool. Looking forward to it, my man. Okay, so let's get this up and running. So nr is my alias for npm run. Let's do nr dev. Also, let me know if I should zoom in one more on the editor there, Anthony. I think it's good enough, but if it isn't, happy to zoom in one more. And okay, so that's all loading. So let's go to localhost. Yeah, one more. That's what I figured. Okay. All right. This is compiling, so I'm gonna get my real estate back here. Initially, because like I'm on a widescreen, I've got a 34-inch screen, and okay, the the other side's a little too big, but um, initially when I was streaming after I got the large monitor, it's kind of funny because like the day I got it, and then I was like, okay, gonna go stream now. First stream I did after I got it, and it I totally did not realize like, oh no, I have to change like my whole OBS setup because like it was expecting my 27-inch monitor. So anyways, now I actually bring in my whole monitor size. I used to actually just crop it, and this way I can share like the web browser and the editor with like enough real estate, and I just zoom in typically. So anyways, so I've created this new activity page here, and okay, it's going to take a while to load, I think. So okay, so we got some information here. So I'll bump this up. Now, this is using shad CDNs, not CDN, shad CN. Anyways, um, yeah, so basically, this is using actual HTML tables, but with shad CN component with some styling. Um, and yeah, I think the first thing is I'm gonna put the link on the actual PR number instead of the title because the title actually looks better there. So let's close all this. All right, cool. So this is the page I'm working in, and um, all right. Hi, your John Cena powers are again. Awesome. Well, thanks for the resubscription. Appreciate it, my man. Okay, so yeah, so we've basically got just it's an actual table, like I said, and so let's go to the pull request component that I made. Pull request row. Did I say that? Yeah. Okay, so basically we don't want the link here, so I'm gonna take it off of there. And let's go put it on the PR number. Just because it'll just be nicer, I think, for the title. And let's do this. Thank you, prettier. Okay, cool. So it's gonna reload. So now we got it on there, and these go to the actual PRs, which is nice. That's cool. And I think you were the one asking about this last time. I think when you're on one of my streams before the end of the year, Anthony. But so this is loading in timescale data. So this is real time. Like my coworker John created this earlier today. So this is like pretty fresh. Like within 5 minutes, if somebody has a new PR and it's based on whatever filters I'm using, it'll show up in here. So, all right. So the title is here, and oh yeah, that's what I wanted to do. So we have, I truncate it. Okay, I don't need this here. That empty space got in there. Okay. So the repo name, that's fine, is a link. Let's see what else. Yeah, why is it putting in this white space? I don't need that. Okay, cool. So that's a pull request number. Okay, there. Okay, now we're gonna add a title, which is the actual text in case it's truncated. There, that's good. I almost wonder if, yeah, no, the title should be good. Okay, cool. So that's good. So now if I come over here, it's not truncated at the moment, but this one is, for example. So like if I hover over it, it should show me the title. Hello, there we go. Yeah, I get the whole thing. And screen reader should pick that up. Um, all right, cool. So that's good. So yeah, so like I said, we've got the state of the PR, so like merged, open, draft, etc. We can page the data. Getting the data right now is not super fast because I'm using an API endpoint just for the prototype, but we've got another one that's faster and that's specific to the workspaces in terms of just getting all the pull requests for all repositories that are tracked in that workspace. So anyways, but yeah, we got the PR number, the title, the repository it's coming from, the number of comments, like I said, additions, deletions, change files and commits. Um, Probably might add some more info there. We'll see. I just want to look at some of our existing tables because we have existing tables that don't use actual HTML tables. It's on the to-do from the team. Uh, Probably me or Zayu that will migrate these. But like this, for example, this table here, it's actually divs. But I just want to grab the styling here. So if I look at this, okay, semi-bold tracking text, like that's not what I want. Let me shrink this. I was I was demoing before. I was on a live stream for CFE.dev looking at analog.js. So okay, let's inspect here. Okay, so BG light slate is what it is. Okay. I don't need the gaps or anything. That's good. And I just wondering what the border is, but let's get this first. BG light slate. And let's pop that in to the table. That's over here. Ba, ba, ba. Yeah, I just noticed. Yeah, your Cena powers are regained. I'm not sure if you're aware, but that's actually a picture of me. I can't remember if I told you that or not. That's me when I was wrestling in university. Very briefly, but table row class name. Yeah, there's I played. Yeah, it's pretty jacked. I mean, I'm still built like that, but just not as like muscular because I don't need to be jacked like that anymore. It's when I was playing rugby. I was doing wrestling in the off season just to stay in shape, and I gotta say, like, uh, wrestling training was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done. Like, if you ever like, not that I get into fights really, but I will definitely say do not, if you know somebody is a wrestler, do not even attempt to get into a fight with them. It's just you're gonna be asking for it. They'll put you in a pretzel, tons of endurance, so just don't do it, basically. Um, yeah, okay. No problem. I'll be your bodyguard. You're going to React Miami, right? I'll be your Miami guard. Although I am still slightly injured, I I wrecked my arm in doing something very Canadian, sledgehammering ice, and then that kind of aggravated my arm, but I was still able to train. But then okay, I could have sworn you were. I could have sworn I saw you on the React Miami somewhere. Anyways, well, that's too bad. But hoping we can meet up at some point this year. Okay, I need a border to just putting back the styling that we have here. Okay, maybe it was that. Hidden gap, BG light slate. All right, flex call border. Okay, it's just regular border. Okay. Border rounded LG. Okay, that's good. And we'll do that on the table. Class name, boom. There. All right. Cool. Let's see there. There we go. All right. Now there's some things I want to do in the grid too, is like I want to freeze some of the columns because you know I don't think we can get away with at least on like larger screens. I think it's totally fine to scroll horizontally for tabular data like this, but I think we should probably lock up, you know, maybe state author PR number. I don't know. But anyways, I want to get some filtering in here. So uh, here we can filter on a particular project. So I can say, let's just do Kubernetes. I can't remember if this is what I broke yesterday or, okay, no, this is all Kubernetes. So this is super useful. Like, you know, obviously I work at OpenSauced, so I'm biased, but like there's stuff like as a maintainer, I do want to know like, oh, like who's been killing it, you know, like oh wow, this person's got like tons of PRs that got merged or stuff. So I think it's gonna be super helpful, to be honest. Like because all this data is in GitHub, but it's just not surfaced super well, and depending on what you're looking for. Like for example, like the additions, deletions, and the comments. Like if you go to the PR, you can see the additions and deletions, but then the number of comments, you would have to count that yourself. I think it's just not surfaced like in a UI. Commits you could see, but you have to go to the PR again. So this is, I don't know, it's kind of nice. You know, you can kind of stay in the same context. All right. So the things I wanted to look at were on the API. So beta.api.opensauce.pizza. And I'm just going to go check the chat here. Over on LinkedIn and Twitter, nothing going on, but that's okay. I haven't really had anything pop up on Twitter yet, or so. Wasn't really expecting anything there. Okay, cool. Let's move that back. All right, cool. Boom. Yeah. Hopefully, I imagine at some point, like the multi-streaming platforms will be able to have that. Just being able to respond and stuff. So, all right. So let's look for PRs, not print. Command PRs search. So this is the endpoint I'm using temporarily. There's going to be one under workspaces, but it should have all the same things. So like there's order, let me go try it out. So there's a few things we have in here. I have limit, page, and range. Um, there is order direction. Um, and I guess, yeah, order direction, and you'd have to order by one of those. So we want to order direction one first. So let's add some components here. So let's see here. What am I looking at? Uh, what is that? Day range picker. Yeah, let's go to that. Essentially, it's the same thing as this, except it's going to be different values that pop up. So I'm going to literally copy this and we'll call this uh, order by. Uh, order by picker.tsx. Paste that in. Let's rename this. Boom. Order by picker. And we're just gonna have two values. So let's see. Hey, what's going on, Chrissy? How you doing? Just continuing work on the PRs, sorry, the pull request table prototype I was working on the other day. Okay, so I'm just creating this component here, which we're gonna have an order by, and this won't be a day range. This will be day ranges label equals, oh yeah, day range picker props. Where is day range coming from? 73090. Oh yeah, up here. So we're gonna have ascending, descending, and this will just be, what are the values it takes here? ASC and DSC. Okay, I don't think it's case sensitive, but whatever. Let's, thank you, Copilot. Okay, ascending, descending, uh, order, uh, no, ascending, descending, order. Might be overkill for a type here, but excuse me. All right, so we don't need these template types here now. This is really just day ranges. Okay, no, we don't need that. We need day range. No, we just need this. Actually, it just needs to be here. Let's do this. Boom, boom, and this is gonna be ascending, ASC, and boom. Thank you. Thank you, Copilot again, and we don't need that. Okay, ascending, descending order, and yeah, it's really a type. Um, Whatever, we can do that. There should only be one of each, but um, let's do this. We're gonna say as, no, it doesn't need to be as const. Ascending, descending, yeah, no. Okay, this is good. Array, we could say satisfies, and then we could say boom, and not that, and this would be, the value would be ascending order. You always want to narrow your types if you can. Label string value ascending, label value string does not support a type. Did I do that wrong? You know what? I'm not going to worry about that type right now. Okay, let's grab the ascending, descending order. And then, oh, that's the prop. So value is ascending or descending order. And then we'll change this to on order direction changed. And you know what? Let's call this order direction. Cool. And on order direction changed. Where's on day range change? Oh, okay, yeah, I see what it did. Okay, it aliased it. So we want this. Okay, so order direction picker. Yeah, that's a better name. Order direction picker. Then we're getting the order by, and this is a, whoops, order direction. And this is a string, so there. And we'll default to ascending. Okay, and then the value here coming in is an order direction. Codium mate, where do you, there's Codium AI, It's another AI tool. You can generate tests with it and stuff. I haven't really used it that much, to be honest, Chrissy, but it's there. Um, okay, this is on default day range changed, on order directions changed, on order direction changed, on value change. Okay, it's expecting a string there. Okay, I see. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. Direction. Let's just change that. Uh, okay, on value change, yeah, that I get. Okay, on order value as string. That's to, what did I do wrong? Duplicate identifier. Let me undo a few things here. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, on default day range change, this should be string. Um, it doesn't like the there, so we're gonna say as order direction. Um, try not to cast things like that, but I know 100% that these are the only values. It's the order direction. So on order, okay, let's change this. This is order direction props. Cool. On order direction pops. Okay, that's coming in. On default day range change. Router dot push. Okay, that's why I have it on. Let's rename that. On default uh, order direction changed. Why did I call it default before? But anyways. Okay, value is day range, which it's not. We want to rename this to order direction. All right, and option is not day ranges. We want to order directions, or maybe order options. Okay, cool. So we got that going on here, and let's come back over here. Whoops. Okay, we'll come back to the API, but let's come back to our page here. And you know what? I'll give more real estate to it. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's close the sidebar. Okay, so we've got a period filter. We've got a filter. The size got. I think this is the other issue. We just got to resize the filter size, like it's a little bigger. But that's that own component. That's kind of out of the scope of what I'm working on. But anyways, let's dig in. Let me just check what's going on socials. Nothing. Okay. Cool. All right. So we've got this order direction picker now. So I'm gonna close this. And like I was saying the other day, this is the kind of state, like when we change it, we say ascending or descending. This is something you want to persist in the URL because you want to be able to bookmark it. And also, like you just don't need to put this in component state. It's like OG state is up in the query string. So, all right, so let's go ahead and put this into this activity page. So we've got a day range picker. We've got a filter. I'll put it before it for now, but or maybe after. Let's see. Yeah. So we got this picker. There we go. And if I save this, we should have an ascending descending thing pop up in a second. Do your magic. There we go. So now we can do ascending or descending. Um, oh, it's not called period. That's right. Order by picker. Let's go here and down here, direction. And curious for folks in the chat, I wrote ascending and descending in there, but do you think it's fine to just show ASC and DESC? I'm thinking I mean, people using the platform are typically going to be developers, but I'm wondering if that's okay. Anyways, I'll leave it as this for now, but just curious on people's thoughts on that. So now if I switch this, you're going to see the URL is going to, yeah. So now you're going to see I put the full thing in and it changed the URL, but it actually wrote range equals descending. So there's some copy paste I forgot to do. So we want to change this to order by, and then that should work now. And then I can't I can't zoom in the URL unfortunately, but if I come here and let's do this, and then I go ahead and like I said, getting the data is going to be a little slow. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, totally, Anthony. So I can say descending and it says order by descending now. So that's good. So that was like pretty quick and easy to add in this other component. And I almost wonder if direction is even necessary. It's an optional thing. Did I spell descending correctly? It doesn't look like I did, but it appears to be okay. All right. That's good. Okay, so now we want to leverage this. So we've got this activity page and okay, we have this use pull requests and uh like it is on the screen there, DESCNDING. It doesn't seem to be complaining about it, so I think that's right. Sometimes, even though I spell things correctly, I look at them and I'm like, is that it? The other thing I run into is because in Canada, when you write color, it's COLOUR. So typically you have to Americanize the English. I forget sometimes, but CSS helps with that too because it's color, COLOR. Anyways, okay, cool. So we've got the descending now. We're gonna pass it into the this hook. Now this hook needs a rework, but yeah, yeah, okay, I'll check that out after Anthony. Yeah, for sure. Now you're making me want to check it right now. I'm gonna glance and see a glowing thing that says, yeah, I have a message. But anyways, cool. All right. Uh, cool. All right. Yeah, my coworker Zay's just making a couple changes for the change requests I asked, and then there's stuff shipping. We got a release coming out shortly, so that's cool. Which means I should probably go check. I probably have to review it again. Give me a sec here. Make it 100. Okay, that's you mentioned that, add a title. Okay, that's some things. All right. Uh, okay, so Zay's still just making some changes. Oh no, wait. Looks like they made those changes. Those changes. Okay, cool. Just waiting on this one, I guess. Okay. I think there was more changes. All right. I will come back to that shortly. Cool. All right. Yeah, I don't need you open right now, Codium AI. Okay. Let's come back here. So yeah, so we've got this descending filter, ascending, descending. And yeah, I'm almost kind of thinking the direction is not necessary in there, but we'll see. I'll get feedback after. Okay, so we've got this, where is that hook? Use, not use state, activity, repo IDs. Oh, here it is, use pull requests. This thing needs a bit of a refactor, but I'm just gonna tag on another one at the end for now. This is a general rule I have. Like when a function has like two parameters, I still leave it as just two parameters, but as soon as it blows up to three, in general, I'll convert it to an option parameter, and then you get kind of like named parameters out of the box. So we need to pass in the order by. So coming from the router here, we've got order by, and then we're going to give it a default value of ascending. And let's just do this. There we go. Cool. And then now we've got this order by coming in. And this should actually be order direction. Cool. And if I come to the, where's it at? Yeah. I didn't read your message yet, Anthony, but now I'm like, gotta get off the stream soon. Want to read Anthony's message. Anyways. Okay, so let's add the order by in here. And like I said, this thing needs to be refactored because it's not used in a lot of places, but for now, I'm just going to add the order by. Initial page is being passed in. Okay, order by. And there's other things in here like this is using the page and stuff, and it doesn't need to, like, it's using component state. That should be coming from the URL. So there's some cleanup there, but anyways, I'm not going to worry about that right now. So now we're going to say if order by, boom, whoops. Yes, that's what I wanted. Thank you, Copilot. This is the stuff that Copilot's super useful for. Sometimes when it tries to do big stuff, I'm like, that's not exactly it. But for stuff like this, it's a... Oh, okay, sample what we're doing on stream. Okay, cool. Order direction. Okay. Yeah, that's not order by, sorry. This should be order direction, and that should be order direction. That's my bad. Let's go to the activity and actually order. Yeah, it's not order by picker, it's order direction. So this should be order direction. And let me rename this component. Order direction picker. Okay, cool. And then if we come back to the activity here, and there's another discussion. Kevin Van Gundy from the Tanstack team was on listening to the stream yesterday, and this could probably use a use Memo, and I don't even think this needs to be in a use effect. It can be in the actual, like when you change the filtering, like if you pick some repos, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. The first order of business is just get things working. So let's change this to order direction, and let's go to definition. All right. Why did I say Van Gundy? Why did I do that, Kevin? And also, hello. Why did I say Van Gundy? Oh, you know what? Sorry. I'm a fan of basketball, and Jeff Van Gundy used to coach the New York Knicks and college ball, and I think I mixed them up. So sorry, Kevin. Kevin Vandy, everybody, has joined the chat, so give a shout out there. So yeah, so this is order direction, and okay, that's fine, and this should be order direction. Okay, cool. So we're good. So now if we come back here, there's some optimizations to do. Obviously, order by is not defined. That's correct. It is not defined in use pull request. This should be order direction. Yeah. I'm usually really good with names, Kevin. Do you prefer Kevin or Kev? I don't know you super well, so maybe just your friends call you Kev, but like close friends. But anyways, yeah. Sorry again for the last name. Okay, Kevin it is. Yeah, sorry again for the last name mix-up. But who knows? Maybe you got a good salary like the Jeff Van Gundy who was doing the coaching the New York Knicks. So, anyways, cool. So we've got this filter here now. Like I said, the data is loading slow. I'm not worried about that right now because I'm not using the right endpoint. It's being built at the moment. Again, this is just prototyping. So, okay, so now we've got descending, but I have to I wonder, it probably makes sense to pass in what you want to descend by. So if we come back here to the Swagger, order direction, and then we need an order by. So updated at, okay, so let's do this. I am gonna use this trick I found out. I use clean shot, and you can actually capture text. So, oh, it closed. But if I open this, okay, it's not gonna work. Whatever. Created at, closed that, merged at. Let's just screenshot that. Okay. All right, cool. And let's edit that, and I'm just gonna copy the text from there. So you can just do, where is it? Capture text, and I'm just gonna do this. It's gonna make a little pop noise, which you probably won't hear. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna guess, Anthony, that he's probably not a fan of the Kevster, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm guessing K-Man is also probably off the table. And Kevinator, on the other hand, yeah. Yeah, he's like, yeah, Anthony, I'll be back. It's not a tumor. Jingle all the way. I don't know. That's terrible Schwarzenegger. Sorry. Keveroni and cheese. Okay. You're on your own there now, Anthony. All right. I'll let you destroy the chat. Okay. So we have the order direction, but we do need the order by as well. So um, let's do a couple things here because the order direction is kind of useless. Well, not useless. It'll sort by, I don't know what the default thing is. Yeah, you blew it? Okay. All right. Cool, cool. All right. Let's come back to the picker. So this, yeah, it's the order direction picker. And then there's also the, yeah, the options. I'm trying to think how we should service that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we could pass in some props here. So essentially, let me paste these in. And we kind of want to return, make this a div. Um, or you know what? It doesn't need to be a div. This could be a fragment. Probably makes sense to have these as separate components, but they kind of exist together. Like you can't order by without choosing something to order by. At least that's what I think. Uh, order by. And so what I'm going to do here is these will go into the activity actually. Activity page, sorry. And we're going to add, doesn't exist yet, but order by picker. And then we'll have options. And then in here, order by options. And let's come up here, and I'm just throwing up stuff here. And actually, this doesn't need to be in the component because it doesn't change. So we can say const order by options. Yeah, it'll be an array with a label. Okay, cool. It's taken my values. Nice. One more, merge that. Cool. Boom. Thank you, Copilot. See, these again, these are the things that I find useful for a Copilot. I'm not going to freeze this, but I'm just going to say is const so you can't modify it. So we've got options that will go in, and order by picker doesn't exist. You know what? I'll make them Yeah, I'll make them separate. Yeah, they have to be separate actually. Okay, so let's do that. Let's undo. Boom. Okay, cool. I'm gonna copy the, I'll just literally copy it here. Control C, Control V, and we'll do order by picker. And instead of order options, we're not gonna, let's rename a few things here. So This we don't need. Uh, order options, we'll just call it order. We're just gonna call it options. Okay, and then on order direction change, this is just going to be could be the type of the prop coming in, but I'm gonna put string for now. To do type this better. Okay, now we don't need these options here. Now the order direction props, we're gonna change this to on order by changed. And we're gonna rename this to on order by props, by picker props. And this is order by. Oh, and I actually had order by in there already, so let me fix that in the order direction here. Order. Should this be lowercase? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, let's do order direction. Okay, there, order direction, order direction. That's good. Changing a few things here at the same time, but order direction. Okay, order direction. That's good. Where's in the router? Order direction. Okay, I had it right there. Okay, that's good. Okay, so let's go back to our order by picker. And I'm just gonna put string for now, or we'll leave it as string. Okay, and then this is order direction picker. That's right. That's right. Order direction. Okay. And then options. So options is going to be a prop passed in now. So we're going to say this and options. And this is going to be, the options are going to be the single select options. So we're going to do this. Type options equals single select component props, and then options. There we go. And then that can be used here, right here. Oh no, sorry, not there. This needs to be options here. And then in the props here, I need options. There we go. That's what I want there. Got to import component props. All right. And then single select type of, I think. That work? No. What did I do wrong? Hey, how's it going, CodeBite? Thanks for joining on YouTube. It's nice to see some people hopping in on YouTube. I, I've been slowly getting some people over on YouTube, so appreciate it. Hope you're doing today, doing well today, CodeBite. Component props. Yes, I know that it wants to reorder. Component props, single select. Oh, I spelt it wrong. Single select. That's why. Yeah, okay, I got to do type of. Okay, so then here we get the options type here. So that's nice. And I could copy that whole thing and put it in right here, but it's kind of nice to have the type a little nicer. And this is just mentioning, like, if you're working with TypeScript, you should infer types as much as you can, or like take them from existing ones. So like component props is something that's, I don't know how long that's been around, but I discovered that last year. But that's a handy one if you want to pull out stuff from a component. Anyways, and this doing component props as well avoids having to say like export my props from a component potentially. And it's also useful because in some cases, like third-party stuff might not actually be exporting them, so it could actually cause issues. I'm just going to go back to My coworker's PR, everything's there. Okay, it's rebuilt. Okay, cool. Um, cool, that's all fixed. That's all fixed. All right, cool. So let's just, we want to get this in. So all the things have been fixed. Uh, so shipping time. There we go. And approve. Boom. I have reviewed this already. It was just they were making changes before. Okay, cool. That's all done. Mark is done. Mark is done. Cool. All right, let's close that for now. Let's get back to where we were. Okay, yeah, that's expected. Okay, so order direction. Which component am I in? Yeah, okay, that shouldn't be there. The order by, uh, you know what? It's just gonna be empty string by default because I'm not sure what the API actually, I could check, but I think passing nothing will just, because like right now I'm not passing anything. So I think a default value of empty is good. Okay, so let's save that. Okay, and so this is the order by picker, and this is, we've got to pass in the options for this. So let's come back to the activity page, which is what's failing to compile right now. And so we need some options in here. So order by options is there, but we need to import it now. Am I not exporting it? Let's see. Order, cannot find name, order by picker. Let's make sure I'm, okay, yeah, that's right. There. Okay, just had to rename it, and let's do order by picker. There we go. Okay, options, the type, read only, blah, blah, blah is not, okay, that's fair. And let's go to order options. And it's because I made it const. So let's just leave it at that. And this should really be, I'll worry about the types after, but type according to allow API payload values. Let's just save this. Hopefully the page loads up now. Okay. Oh, whoa. Okay. It loaded up. Okay, so we got direction. It's okay. So, okay, we've got a direction now too. Okay. I should find out which one it is by default because that should show up here. You know, like we want it to appear. I've also got to load the value. Okay. Anyways, if we look at this up in the URL, which I know people can't see, but this is what it is. Uh, boom, boom, boom. Whoops. Okay, so we see we got order by descending, order direction created at the reversed. Let's see here. Let's start off with a fresh URL because I think I messed it up before. Okay, let's load that. And let's say order descending, order direction descending, that's good. And then updated at, oh, okay. Updated at order direction. Okay, wait. Okay, so that thing's changing the wrong value. So let's close this, don't save, and let's zoom back down a bit, just so people can actually see. Sometimes too big. Yeah, take care, man. Thanks for hanging, Anthony. Okay. All right. Um, let's go to the order by picker, and it's setting order by there. So where is the order direction getting set? Oh, and I also have to load the value in, I think. So in set, let's come back here actually. Order direction is ascending, and then order by. There should be empty string by default, And we need order by coming in as well. That's good. Okay. And then I need to pass in, where's that hook? It's down here. Okay. Order direction, order by. And again, this hook really needs to become like a option, but I'm not refactoring that right this instant. So what we want to add in here is the order by. So let's add order by, and okay, these need to be strings. Sure. String. Okay, can't follow an optional parameter. Sure. Okay. I introduced that other one anyways, as a temporary stopgap measure. So order by, and that. Oh, and these have to be, okay, actually, no, it's okay. I'm making all of these optional for now because the other things that consume this hook aren't aware of these things. And again, like I said, it's got to refactor. So we got order direction. We want if order by, set order by. That's good. All right. Just gonna check Slack because we're doing a deployment. Let's see here. Cool. All right, that's good. Engineering's. All right, that's all merged. Okay, engineering. Cool. Uh, just gotta check something in Slack real quick. There, that's good. All right, looks like we got a deploy train happening here. Okay, cool. All right, back at it. Cool. I'll probably wrap up soon anyways. But probably go for another 17 minutes. Call it a day on stream at 4:30 p.m. my time. Okay, so we got the order by. Yeah, this is gnarly with all this here. This really shouldn't be like this, but like I said, temporary. Okay, so I think the use pull requests hook is fine. The thing I'm wondering is order by options. Okay, order by picker. That should be. Let's just check again here. I know folks won't be able to see the URL, but I just want to test. So if I change it to descending, order direction goes. If I go updated at, okay, so when I change that, so it's definitely in my order by picker. So uh, this should be changed to order by the options, span, order by. Oh, that's for accessibility because they can't see this inset label is actually using uh, the before content, which I'm pretty sure screen readers don't pick up. So this should be direction as well. Again, just for screen readers. Okay, let's close that. I'm order direction. That's what I'm not supposed to be doing. This should be order by. And you know what? Let's do a little refactor. Let's say order by. And then this should be fine. Like, okay, yeah, string. Then we don't need to say value. We can just say order by. Order by. Okay, so now I think we're good. And now here comes the test. Hey, how's it going, learner 0418? Thanks for joining us. Just working on a feature called the pull request table prototype. I can actually drop the feature. This is what I'm working on. I'll just pop it in. All right, cool. Okay, cool. And yeah, so let me go back to, why is Loom open? I don't want you open, Loom. Let's quit Loom. Quit. How do you close Loom? Turn off. Uh, just turn off. Okay. Um, let's go back to my actual page. So let's do this. Let's load it up. Might take in a second. Okay, so we've got data here. Now, I should put in a date so we can see. The dates would be helpful actually. So I should put that in the row. So just a pull request row. We're going to put pull request number. Okay, table cell. Okay, that's not what we want. I don't need this. Just gonna put in the date. Table cell, yes. Okay, and then we're gonna put in pull request dot create PR created at. Okay, so this is gonna show a date time, and this should actually be a time, and this should be date time equals, and this should like that, and then daytime string is not a time. What is it saying? What is the type? Time element, detailed HTML props. Go to definition, HTML time element. That's twice I've messed this up today trying to figure out the types. Hold on a sec. Let's go to time MDN. Date time, yeah, so it's time, date time, that's right. And takes a date, and then we need to put the actual date. So date time created at is a string, so that should be fine. Not sure why it's not liking that, but, and then in here we should have, this is rendered client side, so we should say dot to, actually, new date. Whoops. Date pull request dot created at dot to locale date string. I don't know if we want the time. I don't think so, but all right, let's come back here. Okay, so we got a time here now, and all right, so let's say order by, it's ascending. We're gonna say created at. I know, I realized it didn't. Okay, so 2727. Okay, it doesn't appear to be sorted yet. So maybe I missed something there, but let's see here. Order by, order by. A quick check here. Oh, uh, if we, oh, cool. I just got B Dougie pinging me there. Just checking something. Cool, cool. All right, I'll get back to him shortly. Um, yeah. So let's see here. Order by is not working for created at, and let's do descending. Order direction descending created at. Those should be getting passed to the API. it definitely runs slow right now because I'm not on the endpoint I'm using. It's gonna disappear at some point. Um, oh, bad request. Order direction must be one of the following: ASC or DESC. It has to be capitalized. So there we go. Thank you, console log. Okay, so that's good to know. So order by, not order by, order direction. So that's a quick fix. So let's see here, there. And actually, just changing it here should cause the types to fail. Oh no, I didn't type them there. So DSC. I can clean up some types after, but let's look for uh, ASC, order direction. I don't think we need to specify one there either by default. Okay, so let's clear that. Okay, order by created order. Okay, so let's change it again. The direction, we're going to change it to descending. Okay, it's capitalized now. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's take a peek here. Descending, created at. So 3/28/24, 12/25, 2023. Again, I'm not worried about these slow page loads. Okay. Okay. There might be something I need to tweak still, but let's see. Let's try. I did add created at, right? Oh, there's a couple things I need to fix too. This should be in the activity page title. We need to have the date is before the title. Okay, yeah. All right, so repository, yeah, PR number, let's do date. That's good, and I need to update that in my pull request row stories. In my decorator here, let's put that there. Okay, cool. So let's see here. We got created at now. Order by created at, and let's do ascending, and let's see what we get. Okay, it's not doing it. Created at, or let's check the network tab actually. Let's see what it's actually sending. So network, we're gonna I'll do descending, or you know what? Let's reload it, and we're just gonna do fetch xhar because we don't care about the page load. This happens after. Okay, so all right, let's see here. I gotta zoom up a bit, and let's see here. Search page 2, limit 10, order direction ascending, headers. Order by created at. Okay, that's there. And then the repo IDs is there. Okay, so what's it not liking? It is possible there's a bug in the API because we haven't used these yet. So anyways, that's some good progress. But I am curious about which other ones does it support. So order by, merged at, updated at. Okay. Close that. Yeah, so there's a few things we need to surface in there. Um, I think updated at would make sense to show first maybe, but um, there's all kinds of things here. All right, cool. So why is that not doing that? Did not mean to go there, but okay, what's going on Twitter? All right, cool. Um, let's close this. It's sending the right thing. So the PRs search, you know what? Let's limit it to one. Have a hunch. I'm going to filter on just one repo. So let's just say Kubernetes. This will load up. Ascending, order by, created at, descending, ascending. Okay, no, it's not ascending by created at there either. So I wonder if there is a problem with the query. It's just a hunch. I think we'll kind of wrap it up there. Thanks for hanging, peeps. And oh, we still got a few people here. Let's go over to Twitch and raid somebody. I feel like Bald Bearded Builder or Cassidoo. Let's go give Cassidoo a raid. Um, all right, so let's do that in Twitch. Give me one sec here. /raid. Oh yeah, hey, good night, man. All right, Cassidoo. Let's go raid. We're not many left, but that's okay. And we'll raid in a second. And as always, thanks everybody for hanging. And we will see you in the next one. I'll be back next week.